What's going on, man? Justin here from Creative Wind Studios, and today we got ourselves a task and a half. My surgery from my low back is in a few days, so we need to get this to this room. There is a lot going on here. This used to be my old server room, so I thought it would fit perfect in here. I want to put the pumps up in there. Currently the hot tub is sitting on some wood sand filter from Intex, and also there is a heat pump and a reverse air conditioner. Who we have here, man? The star of the show. Yeah, meow. This is our drain pipe, and that's running straight to my shower. Settings here on this pump. We got it on backwash. It's going to take the water coming in, going up. It's going to push it to the bottom, and it's going to reverse the flow. It will filter the sand, push up all that junk that the sand filter cut, and it's going to push it out here. All right, so when you get to this point, it means that we've hit air. So let's turn this off. Drain all this up in here. If you have something around your hot tub like I do, I mean, it's been pretty beat. One of these is an intake to fill it, and another one is an outtake. You see that right there? So we're gonna use that to pump the rest of this water out so I don't hurt my back. If you have these are the best things in the world. You could buy them on Amazon. They just stick. I've had pretty good luck with them. Well, they've held up a lot up there. Yay. Here we are. Let's get this last little bit out so it's movable for me in my bed back. Suck from the bottom. So you might have to put something like I did here to get that extra out. Make sure that if you do something like this, that it's in a drain, or it gets all over the place. Okay, now we just wait. And there we have it so far. And when this gets done, we'll move on to the next stage. If you do have a hot tub, especially one inside, but any hot tub really, or just any kind of heater, you can buy this off of eBay for $500 or so. And it takes 500 watts of power, and it will heat this up from room temperature, 70 degrees to 103 for 6 hours. So this acts like an air conditioner. I have a running pan right there, and it runs into a pan right there. Every other day or so, I will empty it. Then here we got the Intex sand filter. So that's filled up with sand. Here's the pump. It's 1,000 gallons per minute. I try to buy things these days that are slightly overkill. In my case, this is 500. This was 120, and then this was the pump that went with it. I bought a new tub. Go to Intex and buy their tubs. You could add your own stuff as long as you know what you're doing, because I was tired of messing with the filters of these. This does much better. With this thing, it has a built-in heater on it, and it would take 24 hours to 102. With this, it takes 6 hours. With this, it was 1,000 watts, 500 watts, 6 hours. It's a better option. Sometimes people laugh at me because I got, an inflatable hot tub, but I don't think they understand the complexity. You got 5-in-1 chlorine tabs, and they're big. They look like hockey pucks. I break them up and I put them in here. This is what you use to put your filters in. But I didn't like these, which is so much money just being spent with filters. I was like, man, I gotta do something else. So this was starting to leak, causing some black mold. And that's one thing you gotta be careful of. Here in Colorado, we really have to worry about, humidity issues. On these sand filters, should empty it once a year. I'm not gonna open this up because that is a chore to get it all sealed correctly. So let me show you how I have this hooked up. The normal way these things are connected is the inlet, so the water goes this way, and then this one is the out one, and then the air comes in here. Both of these are returns. See, it gets put into a T, and this one takes the water and pushes it back out. Thing that circles it all the way around the bottom, and there's little tiny holes where the water shoots up. Evenly distribute the hot water in the tub. This thing does an excellent job at heating 300 gallons. It goes to that T, and then that T goes right here to the inlet of the pump, and then that goes up here into the sand filter. It gets filtered, and it goes out of that blue tube for the heat pump, and then goes out here, and then in the hot tub there. And the reason why we have this thing set on some bricks, I have a Roomba and I want to vacuum. I like to keep my place clean. I did this for hygiene. I keep it off the floor. I don't ruin the floor. Just have to keep from this wood getting wet. The better idea is if you lay down a tarp over this wood so the wood will never get wet. After using it for so long, using the chlorine 5-in-1, have a buildup of calcium. Sort of like what your veins do after a while. Your veins in your body, they get this hard crust on it. So before we try to get the rest of this water out, we need to take off these hoses so we don't kink them. And I'm not going to tip it high, but we're just going to take them off, just so I don't do any more damage. As you can see, they just screw on, and you could find fittings on Amazon to fit your needs. So we have let's try to put all that there. You might leak some. It's okay, we're going to drain these. All right, let's drain the rest of this water. For some uses, this loses air. I don't know if it really loses air, but eventually, some does come out. Let's plug it back in. You just gotta, there we go. Just gotta pick it up just a little bit. Not to where you're hurting yourself. But you see how I got all the water there, and now it's pumping it out. So I don't gotta haul that water or lose it across the floor. As you can see, we're almost done here. It's sucking out the last little bit. Yeah. To take it out, make sure you set your pump on something, so you don't get it all over the place. This is the room it's going in. We need to take everything out. Guys, those are nice slate. And a platform, setting those on top of here. I did measure. I think I'm a few inches too tight. We need to take 6 inches off here. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it, not the straightest cut in the world. That's a placement. You have to make sure that it's not wobbly and that it's the majority of the weight will be caught by the bricks. It's looking pretty good. I've added a few extra bricks underneath there, and now it's solid. That looks good, eh? Got it all in. Got my drain pan back there. Got a little piece of cardboard here, just for splash. It's not gonna do anything for leaks. You know, if I got a leak, I got bigger issues. This is how you put a hot tub in your house, man. Here's what it sounds like going. It sounds like an AC, doesn't it? That's pulling all the cold air out. And replacing it with hot water just by the way the compressor works.